Promotion of safety. Body mechanics is the way in which the body moves and maintains balance. What are the reasons to use body mechanics? Well, muscles work best when used correctly, makes work easier, and prevents fatigue, strain, and injury. Rules for good mechanics. Have a broad base of support, so keep your feet 8 to 10 inches apart. Place one foot slightly forward, balancing weight on both feet. Bend from hips and knees. Keep your back straight and do not bend at the waist. Use the strongest muscles to do the work. The larger and stronger muscles are in the shoulders, the upper arms, hips, and thighs. Back muscles are weak. Use your weights to help push or pull an object. Avoid twisting your body as you work. Turn with your feet and entire body in the direction. Avoid bending for long periods. If a patient is too heavy to lift alone, get help. Carry heavy objects close to the body. This allows for use of stronger muscles. Maintain good posture. Aligning the body correctly puts less stress on muscles. Occupational Safety and Health Administration is a division of the Department of Labor. What does OSHA do? OSHA establishes and enforces safety standards for the workplace. It started regulating the medical profession after exposure to HIV and hepatitis were found to be hazards for medical workers. The two standards that apply to healthcare are the Occupational Exposure to Hazardous Chemicals Standard and the Bloodborne Pathogen Standard. The Occupational Exposure to Hazardous Chemicals Standard states that employers must inform all employees of all chemicals and hazards in the workplace. A material safety data sheet must be included with any hazardous products that companies sell or have. Information included on a MSDS includes product ID, protection or precautions that must be used, PPE, instructions for safe use, procedures for handling spills, cleanup and disposal of the product, and emergency first aid needed if exposed. The Bloodborne Pathogen Standard has mandates to protect healthcare providers from diseases caused by exposure to body fluids. The three main diseases that can be contracted by exposure to body fluids are hepatitis B and C and AIDS. Rules for working with solutions in the lab. Read MSDS before using hazardous chemicals. Make sure bottles are labeled. Read labels 3 times. Do not mix solutions together unless told to do so by a supervisor. Avoid contact with eyes or skin. Report spills immediately. And wear PPE. How to correctly identify patients. Ask the patient their name. Look at the wristband. And most facilities use name and date of birth as identifiers. If patients can, make sure you have them state their name and birth date to you before beginning any procedure. Patient safety when leaving patients in bed. Make sure the patient is comfortable. Leave bed rails up per protocol. Leave the bed height to the lowest position. Make sure the bed wheels are locked. Have the call light in reach. Open privacy curtain. Leave area clean and neat. Fire safety. Oxygen, fuel, and heat are needed to start a fire. Types of fire extinguishers. Class A, which is pressurized water, is used for paper, cloth, and wood. Class B, which is using CO2, is used for gas, oil, paint, liquid, or grease. The CO2 smothers the fire. Class C is dry chemical. It's used for electrical fires and burning liquids. Class D is for burning or combustible metals. And Class A, B, C, or combination, is a graphite-type chemical and used on all fires. To use an extinguisher, pass. P. Pull the pin. A. Aim at the edge of the bottom of the fire. S. Squeeze the handle to discharge the extinguisher. And S. Sweep the extinguisher from side to side. In case of fire, race. R. Rescue. A. Alarm. C. Confine, to close doors and windows to prevent drafts. And E. Extinguish or evacuate. Precautions to observe when patients are on oxygen. Post a no smoking oxygen in use sign. Remove all smoking materials. Avoid use of electrical equipment if possible. Don't use flammable liquids. And avoid static electricity by using cotton blankets, sheets, and towels. Healthcare workers are legally responsible for familiarizing themselves with disaster policies so appropriate action can be taken when a disaster strikes.